hello. Have you ever told a lie? You have, haven't you? Lies are evil. And if you are a liar, or make up little stories, or do anything that deviates from the absolute truth, make no mistake, the sooty dwarf will come sniffing for you in the middle of the night and slice your tongue in half with a pair of scissors. Oh, yes. Now, I am going to tell you, children, the story of little Marmaduke Dyer, for your instruction and amusement. And believe me, every word of it is true. So, the beginning. From the day he was born, little Marmaduke was absolutely honest. He was the apple of his father's eye, a member of that most noble and honest of professions, the law. When the boy reached the age of 10, his father decided to show him what a solicitor did.
Father, it's all so big and important. I should feel afraid, but somehow I don't.
Because the truth comforts you. And the law, you see, is the truth. The law exists to help people with troubles, to expose those who would defile that truth. I think you are old enough to understand that now.
I hope so, Father.
Mr. Dyer never told a lie, nor took a penny more than he had to. Unfortunately, as a solicitor, this did not always have the desired effect.
There were witnesses. The spinning machine was hazardous. There was a certificate.
I know it is unjust, but I am telling you the truth. You cannot win this case. The insurance company will drain you dry.
Very well, Mr. Dyer. I'll take your advice. You're a good man.
Please, take a moment to compose yourself. Marmaduke, fetch a glass of water, please.
God go with you, Mr. Dyer.
Mr. Worming,
Another one gone then, Mr. Dyer? For God's sake, man, she was good for at least 2 guineas. This is the last straw.
I cannot and will not lie, Mr. Worming.
Mr. Dyer, you are supposed to be a lawyer. Get her back, or our partnership is dissolved, and I will sue you for every penny you own. Lie, Mr. Dyer. Lie?
You could say little Marmaduke was forced into the decision. You could say that he only wanted to help, that he was concerned to prevent his father's ruin, that he only meant to... But young Marmaduke, there and then, made his pact with Lucifer. He told his first lie.
Oh, but you're a good boy. They took my arm.
My father did not mean to upset you.
I know you're trying to help, but there really is nothing to be done.
Oh, but there is. His concern is for your welfare. As you are merely a woman, your heart might break under the strain of a lengthy and expensive court battle.
Oh, that's kind of him, but...
In fact, he believes that with a little more investment, you stand a very good chance of winning the compensation.
Does he? Does he really? So he thinks I'm too weak. Well, I will get my compensation if it costs me every last farthing. Thank you, young man. Now stand aside.
The senior partner of the firm, Mr. Worming, was impressed.
Did I do well, sir?
You did it beautifully.
Sensing an opportunity, he decided to press the issue. Making sure that he was away from the protective ears of his loving parent, Mr. Worming began a poisonous and subtle infiltration of the young boy's mind.
And so, young Marmaduke, it could be said that lying is a good thing.
Yes. Yes, I see.
The spark of genius that Mr. Worming had spotted was that Marmaduke was such an unusually good liar. Something about his angelic face and golden hair, his shy and modest demeanour. Oh, he oozed sincerity. But children, behind this mask, he was already a foul and pestilent monster. A demon, fit only for punishment and eternal torture. His eyes torn out, his fingers hammered and broken eternally, painfully, and... Oh, heavens, it was not only I who noticed. No. Mr. Dyer, the nice solicitor, was also having doubts about his son.
I am worried about you, son. You have changed. I cannot deny that this has upset me. Now, tell me the truth, as I know you always do, and as I have taught you. What is the matter?
Nothing, Father.
Do not lie, son. Tell me you will not lie. I don't think I could bear it.
I swear I will never lie to anyone. I have never lied to anyone.
What's the matter with you? Do you feel unwell? You sure? You seem in some discomfort. Have you been eating chocolate?
Thank you for your concern, Father. But I feel absolutely fine. And I've eaten no chocolate.
At his wits' end, Mr. Dyer approached his long-term partner, Mr. Wormin, for help.
My son, a liar. I cannot believe it.
I had hoped to spare you this, Mr. Dyer, but your son is the most monstrous little liar I have ever encountered. Oh, he will lie about anything.
My God. My God!
Until, at last, the inevitable occurred.
Mr. Dyer,
My father. He's alive.
He was a good man, your father. The best, yeah. I recall a time in the office. He said to me, Mr. Wormin, if anything should happen to me, look after my son. Make him a solicitor. Such morbidity, I replied, 'twill never, ever happen. And now... I'm sorry, Marmaduke. I bloody love that man. However, we are your family now, Marmaduke.
Under the tutelage of Mr. Wormin, Marmaduke became the youngest and most successful lawyer in history. Under Mr. Wormin's watchful eye, Marmaduke lied constantly, with barely pause for breath. However, the success of the wrongdoer is merely an illusion. All Mr. Wormin's brave plans were doomed from the outset, sooner than he thought. It seemed so trivial. Every year, all lawyers must swear under oath that they have always behaved as gentlemen must. Mr. Wormin, corrupt though he was, did so as a gentleman, and always ensured his public image remained clean and beyond reproach. In this, he was scrupulously honest. The ceremony was simple. Before a learned judge, a witness would attest to Mr. Wormin's character. He knew he could rely upon his new partner. All Marmaduke had to do was tell the truth. Just tell the truth.
Add to that child procurement and regular visits to a certain Miss Tyler of Whitechapel.
Enough.
Marmaduke, after all I've done for you, why?
From this moment on, sir, you are no longer a solicitor. All your assets will go to your honourable partner here. Shame on you. Come with me, Mr. Wormin.
Please, listen. You must listen to me. He's lying. He's a bloody liar. Oh, no. I'm ruined.
Marmaduke had become an habitual liar. He was now the sole partner in the richest law firm in England.
Good night, Mr. Marmaduke.
Good night.
Until...
You're coming with me, boy. A pretty penny I'll make with your ransom.
Mr. Marmaduke, be all right, sir. He's kidnapping you. Police!
It's all right, Miss Feather. It's just a little game. Mr. Worman means no harm.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes. It's just a game. You may go home.
Very well, sir.
Indeed, Mr. Worman was justified in his hopes. The nation was gripped by the tragic news that the child lawyer of the Chancery had been kidnapped. Newspapers, clients, even the king himself put up a reward for Marmaduke's safe return that would make Mr. Worman richer than the dreams of avarice. However, as is ever the case with lawyers, Mr. Worman's greed overreached itself. He held out and held out, hoping the ransom would increase even further. But here the plan unravelled, and the vile Mr. Worman was undone. The one factor he had not bargained on was the lying boy himself.
Eat, eat for Christ's sake. Oh, look at you. It's been a week. You're starving. It's one thing lying for a purpose such as money, but what's the point in this? You lie about everything. What's wrong with you?
I swear, sir, I'm quite full. Really, I am.
There it is, in front of you. To pick at when you do get hungry. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, sir, I wouldn't.
You bloody liar. Admit it. You're hungry. You are hungry.
I'm not.
And with that final falsehood, Marmaduke sealed his own fate. As the days passed, he weakened. Desperation behind his wide, bugged, red-rimmed eyes, his lying gone beyond rational control. He denied he was hungry right up until the end. And then, one lonely March morning, the drizzle falling into the Thames outside, Marmaduke perished. On his lips, one final untruth.
I can't stop lying.
And the moral of this story is that hobbies are fine, but a gentleman remains an amateur. Good night, children.